Okay, well maybe we should look at your fugues. Workshop. Okay, oh, I guess I should start people's videos. Okay, all right. Let's get down to business. Okay, so what do we need to do? This is random, but have you been to this website, Listen to Wikipedia? It's a website, I think it's down right now, but basically it's a website where you can just like listen to Wikipedia. It has nothing to do with Counterpoint. Well, I guess there's like a strange counterpoint to this. Basically, every time a new article is created, it generates a specific tone. And for some reason, it's not playing the tones right here, but this is my transitional material between this and fugue. Every time a new article is created, every time a new user is created, someone edited this small edit. A new user was created. It's kind of inspiring to go to this website when it's working. Anyway, let's check out flat.io. Incidentally, just be in contact with me. Like if you have any questions, just be like, hey, look at my fugue, sort of thing. And I will look at your fugue over email or whatever. And I will happily look at it and critique. Okay. So, all right. Whose fugue should I look at today? Any volunteers? Ozan, can I look at your fugue? Fugue there. No, X. Is that the Bach cross motive? Or, oh, that's just an X saying no fugue. I gotta look at someone's fugue. If no one wants me to look at their fugue, oh, Chris, can I look at your fugue? No. Wow. Okay. Bugle stoppage right here. Ben.
I haven't added anything new, so.
Oh, you didn't add anything new? Okay. Well, this might be an opportunity.
I'm working on it, but I'm using MuseScore just because I know the shortcuts to it.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Definitely. Well, we could always share screen sharing, and but whenever you feel like you want to, it's totally doable. So I guess one thing that I could do, did I save that fugue thing that I was working on with Kaylee? Let's see. This is going to be hard to find. I think it's here.
You saved it and you also uploaded it to the OneNote.
I uploaded. I was going to actually add some stuff. This is going to be different from your fugue, but I was thinking of what an episode could be. Okay, so I guess while you're working, I could kind of work on this myself and just talk about it in real time. Bum, bum, bum. Something characteristic, maybe. I'm trying to have consonant intervals in the counter subject. Da, 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 da. Whoops. Yeah, I could just start with something like quarter notey, just so that I can actually create interesting rhythms. I can easily convert one note counterpoint into two note counterpoint. But I guess, let's see, whoops, not that. Mixer. Might be good for me to have the sound on. It might not be because you guys are working. So maybe I'll turn off my sound. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. I'm doubled for whatever reason. Do I sound doubled? How about now? Oh, jeez.
It sounds fine.
I'm going to go back to this because you can hear me still now, right? Okay. Oh, I guess I'm going to make a little creative license. This'll work better. So I changed around my answer just slightly, just because I changed the notes preceding it slightly for the sake of making it a tonal answer. So you do have some latitude to change the beginning of your answer in a tonal answer. And, you know, for instance, Bach, in this particular tonal answer, Bach doesn't just change the first note. He actually changes the first, 8 notes. He actually changes the first 12 notes. So you have some latitude in the tonal answer. Okay, so I think I got something of a counter subject in. You guys are all working on your fugues, right? Cool. Just making sure. Of course, you can always look at watch my fugue show when you're not working, but I encourage you to work on your fugues. Okay, so one of the simplest ways you can get back to the tonic in this situation is by using a secondary dominant. So for instance, eventually we have to get to the so right now we're in basically 5 land, right? And here we're in 1 land. We have to get back to 5 land. So using the bridge to Terabithia, just kidding, not the bridge to Terabithia. Using the bridge, we're going to get back to 1 land. So one way, so we're in the 5 land right here, but if we do a secondary dominant, now it's a 5 of 4, right? So for instance, in this key right here, we're in the 5, but this right here is also the 5 of, like, okay, I'm sorry. If we're in the key of G major, so I'm sorry, we're in the key of C major here because we're in the C major is the 5 key area. So this is C major, and then this C dominant 7th is the 5 of 4, which returns us back to F major, right? Which is 4, which is also like 1 in the original key, right? Sorry, that's not very pretty, but it's best as I can do in Sibelius, right? In the key of C major is a 1, a C dominant 7th is a 5 of 4, and then the F is the 4, which is the 1 in the original key. So expanding on this a little bit, I can go like, I can create a little bit of a harmony over this. I can create melodies that agree with this harmony. So for instance, like, right? I'm using something characteristic of the one, of the subject or the counter subject in this bridge according to the harmonic trajectory that I'm trying to use in order to get back to the 1 key area, right? Because that's the big thing. It's the point of the bridge of Terabithia. So let's see. So I have something like, and then you can go back to in like 3-voice counterpoint, right? This is like one example of how you can use a very short bridge to get back to the 1 key area. You don't have to do something like this. You can do a longer bridge with a sequence. But, you know, Thompson did say most bridges are short. And in the one that we've been studying, the bridge is a little bit longer, and it's a little bit more difficult. So if you want to get fancy, I don't know why this is so compressed. Why can't I see this? Yeah, in the classic example that I keep referring to, the one we just listened to, it's a little bit longer. There's a sequence. And then I guess it goes to a D half diminished 7 chord. So you don't have to use, I guess, Well, I guess a D half diminished seventh is very similar to a 5. It's a subset of 5 chord in some ways. No, it's not. No, it's not. Well, two of the notes are like this D and F right here. You could consider that as belongs to G7 or D half diminished. So I guess in some ways he kind of cadences near the end of the bridge. He uses a 5 chord right before, but a little vaguely. He uses an augmented sixth, I guess. He goes by an A flat major to a 5, back to a 1. So a flat 6 to a 5 to some variant of a 5. I guess you could substitute, some weird way you can substitute these two chords, this D half diminished for a 5 in some weird way. Because they share some tones with each other. So anyway, that's the kind of focus I'm on right now, is how am I going to get back to the 1 key area, and study the fugues to find good ideas about this. Let's try a different variant as well. Oh, it's already 10:42. My goodness. Let's see. Does anyone want me to look at their development or their bridge, or I can keep just adding bridge material? Another round of video starting. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess I'll try to do a different one. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Huh. Now, what I don't like about this measure of my own writing is that it kind of stagnates. It halts. I think the idea is it's better if one voice is moving when the other voice is stagnant. That's one of the principles espoused in the 3-voice counterpoint section. Oh, well, it was espoused, but it got deleted. But essentially the idea is if you have one rhythm that's stable, that's stagnant, the other voice kind of moves when possible. I guess I could get into some chromaticism. You might as well embrace the chromaticism. We're not in the 16th century anymore. Okay. Ah. Ah, that's right.
Hey, Nicole, I actually have to run.
Oh, it's 10:50. Yeah, no problem. Um, yeah. Anyway, I guess I can just say before I leave that I expanded upon this idea that I had earlier of using this as the harmonic template to get back to the 1 key area. So this chord right here is the 5 of 4 in the old key area, which is like C major, but it's the 5/7 in the original key area. So I kind of had my chord progression built ahead of time, and then I sort of built my bridge around it. So I have something like that fits that idea, that harmonic idea, and I just basically used melodic snippets of the actual melody. I use this a lot, for instance. These 4 notes right here are very similar to these 4 notes right here. And I use that sort of in a sort of sequential fashion to get me back to the 1 key area again, right? Anyway, I'll stick around if anyone has any questions or if they want me to see something, but hopefully you guys are making good progress on this, and it's not so bad. Then after that, you just have to write all 3 voices with the triple counterpoint. And if you have a good counter subject, it just makes it that much easier. See ya.
Hi, Nicole. I'm here.
Oh, hey, Katie. Did you have a question?